Well, hello there, folks, and happy Sunday to you. Happy Easter Sunday to you if you're celebrating, and a very warm welcome as usual back to What's for Tea and our wee Meals of the Week video for this week. And we were away for a couple of nights to the Isle of Arran as well, which isn't far from us at all. It's only 50 minutes on the ferry from where we are, and there's a new boat which has got these fabulous windows at the front, so you can sit for your entire journey and look and see, you know, where you're going, which is quite fun. And of course, I've got to have a roll. There's a good cafe on board, so I get some lovely Ayrshire smoked bacon and a roll. So the first night we were out, this is a local institution, this place, you know, it's been on the go forever. It's called the Ormidale, and it's basically good pub grub. It's a pub that serves, you know, sort of pub type meals. So Mr. What's for Tea got fish, chips and peas, and I decided to have lasagna because I've been having fish and chips quite a lot recently. So I decided to get the lasagna. I've had it in here before and it's really tasty, but everything seems to come with chips. So if you see lots of chips, everything seems to come with chips. So I've got lasagna and the chips and a wee side salad as well, and this was really tasty. It was a wee bit drier than normal, but it was still really tasty. I couldn't manage anything else after this, but Mr. What's for Tea decided to have a dessert, or a pudding as we call it. So this is a plum and apple crumble with ice cream. And then just a quick wee look at the menu. Like I said, it is sort of bar type meals, so nothing overly fancy, nothing, you know, pretentious or anything like that. It's just a lovely, good, decent plate of food, and the prices aren't bad either. And just a wee quick look at their specials board as well, which does change from time to time. And I really fancied that cauliflower and Stilton soup, but I knew if I got that, there's no way I'd have been able to finish my main course. So I decided not to have the soup, so there you go. And just a wee quick look around the beautiful Isle of Arran. Like I said, this is about 50 minutes by ferry from where we are, and the ferry port is about 10 minutes drive from where we live. So about an hour from our doorstep to here, and it's just lovely. It's just so peaceful, some stunning scenery as well, and we had a really good couple of days weather-wise as well. It was meant to be raining, and it usually does rain when we're here, but we were lucky this time that the rain stayed off. Like I said, just a wonderful place for walks, you know, if you like hiking and walking. There's some really, really nice trails if that is your thing as well. And I just had to stop and get a wee bit of footage of these beautiful swans. This wee pond is usually full of ducks, so I don't know where they went. And there's wee bags of food you can buy. There's a wee honesty box. You leave 50p, you take a bag of feed, and you can feed the ducks as well. But I don't know where they were. And have you ever seen anything like that? Talking about honesty boxes, this is in the middle of nowhere, and this obviously gets replenished daily. If you open this thing up here, somebody has obviously done home baking, and they've left all of this stuff here along with the prices. And if you fancy anything, if you want to take anything away, you just, obviously the prices are there. There's a wee box and just put your money in it. I mean, how crazy is this? I've never seen anything like this before. You'll find these kinds of things all over Arran, you know, wee crafts and things that people make and baking, and even the wee bags of, you know, the duck feed. And there's your stuff here telling you what to do, and obviously their food safety and hygiene certificate there as well, just in case you're concerned about that. But yeah, I love this kind of thing. This is just so Arran. And then just a wee quick look in the local bakery as well. This is Woolies of Arran, and this gets very busy leading up to lunchtime and in the morning as well. They do some wonderful tray bakes and pies and filled rolls and that kind of thing. Yeah, just lovely. So this was the morning in the accommodation we were staying in. Just a wee quick look at the breakfast menu for those that like to see these kinds of things. And I wasn't that hungry this morning, so I've just had some bacon and sausage, and obviously they bring you toast and tea and coffee. Mr. What's for Tea had, as usual, scrambled egg and sausage, and this was the beautiful sky. We went for a walk just after breakfast. We took a wee walk along the beach, and they have actually put quite a lot of money into this to sort of bring it back to what was quite a sad looking beach. And then moving on to tea time or dinner time, Mr. What's for Tea had the fish and chips again. Can you believe that? I was going to get fish and chips as well, but I decided no, I'm going to get something different because you'll be sick seeing fish and chips. So I got the burger. Again, chips, chips on the side with a wee bit of side salad, and the best coleslaw I have ever tried. And inside the bun, you've just got your cheese, burger sauce, the burger patty, there's pickles, and tomato and lettuce. Yeah, lovely, with a couple of onion rings. And then Mr. What's for Tea had something else. He had the sticky toffee pudding and ice cream. And this is us on to the next morning and the wonderful view from the conservatory where the breakfast is served. And we were the only ones here this morning, so we were chuffed about having the place to ourselves. And I just had some bacon and sausages. I always have black coffee. I never add anything to my coffee. Some brown toast, and Mr. What's for Tea again with the scrambled egg and sausages. And he has the toast as well. Lovely and fresh, and everything is local. That's Ayrshire smoked bacon, and the sausages are local as well. So it's all very tasty. And in all the years I've been coming here, I've never tried the Arran ice cream. So I did this time, and it was lovely, beautiful and creamy and smooth. And then again, just a wee couple of views, and this is us on the way back on that wonderful new boat. So when we get back on Wednesday, we get back quite late, so I didn't want to fuss around with the cooker for too long. So we just had the cheeseburger pasta bake, and I will leave the video recipe for this one down below. I know lots of you have gone on to make this and love it just as much as we do, and it sounds like a horrific combination of ingredients. It's pasta, minced beef, there's onions, mushrooms, tomato soup, cheese, and it all just gets baked in the oven, and it is so tasty. Like I said, I will leave the video recipe for this down below in case you want to go and make this. So this is our cheeseburger pasta bake, and one of our absolute favourites when it comes to pasta, of course. And then moving on to Thursday, we've got fish and chips again, to Mr. What's for Tea's delight. But there's no chips this time, but we do have homemade potato wedges. Does anybody else love fish and chips as much as we love fish and chips, especially chip shop fish and chips? That's my favourite. But I've got a bed of rockets, some baby plum tomatoes, some sweet corn in there just because I had some I had to use up. I had a wee half can there. And then some homemade potato wedges. I parboil these and finish them off in the air fryer, and a wee bit of olive oil, some spicy mayonnaise just to take the dryness off of the salad. And that's a tempura battered fish fillet. I think these are, is it Young's Gastro fish, and they are really nice, and they're very often on a special offer as well. So if you see those, I would highly recommend picking them up. You'll get them in the frozen section, and for frozen fish, they are delightful, with a wee wedge of lemon on the top and a sprinkling of parsley as well. Then moving on to Friday, one we have most weeks, and I tend to reserve this kind of thing for a very busy day, or a day where I really don't have a lot of time, because you can pull this together in 15 minutes. You can change up your soup, change up your roll fillings, and make it different every time if you like. So I've got some morning rolls, and that's some pork sausage links in the rolls with a few pretzels on the side. We do like to have a wee something to nibble on if we're having soup, and that's just some cream of tomato soup there in the corner with some parsley. Like I said, very simple, very easy, but very filling as well. And those rolls aren't as big as you think. They look as though they're overtaking the plate, but they are smaller than you would think. And then moving on to yesterday, we had mince pie, or mince round, and I got this one from the Isle of Arran butcher when we were there. You will have seen this in my wee shopping unbagging if you watched the Tesco video yesterday, and it was lovely. It wasn't as nice as our local butcher's mince rounds, but it was still very nice. So it's minced beef and onion and gravy in a pie with some baby new potatoes with butter and parsley. And of course, I knew you were waiting on it, it's the baked beans. A lot of folk comment, oh, there's no baked beans this week. Well, you've got baked beans this week, because we can't seem to have anything in pastry without baked beans. It just goes so well together. Or you could have, gravy and onions or something like that. Moving on to today, it's Easter. So like I said in the beginning, I hope you're having a wonderful day if you're celebrating and having something tasty yourself. So we had roast beef, and not one we have very often at all. If we have red meat, it tends to be a steak or minced beef, something like that. But this one was done in the slow cooker and then finished off in the oven, and it was absolutely delicious, with some roast potatoes on the side, some Brussels sprouts, Yorkshire pudding, and that's a beef and herb gravy as well. Like I said, not one we have very often, but really tasty when we do. So thank you so much for watching, and happy Easter once again, and thank you all for your lovely Easter messages on my last video. And a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube as well, for you all for watching, leaving your lovely comments, for those that share the videos, those that have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link, and those that have left me a super chat donation or super thanks donation as well. It's all very much appreciated, and I'm very lucky to have you, and I do realise that. So thank you all for everything that you do, and I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video or 3 back here on What's for Tea, or even back this time next week for another Sunday of family meals. But whenever you choose to join me again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and bye for now. Bye now.